Hey Yannick, I just wanted to talk to you today about what makes the Big Bounce Theory the number one event rental company in Edmonton. So get us started. Like, what makes you guys so special, and why do so many people want to book their events with the Big Bounce Theory?
There's a lot of reasons why we are the best and the biggest in what we do. We're gonna start with the very basics. So we have a full team of people in the company that helps us get through, everything on a day-to-day basis. So we have an admin person that, answers the phone and answers people asking questions about, weather-related questions or, setup areas and just everything. She's there, 5 days a week. And then the other 2 days a week, we have someone else that actually is there to just answer. So we are on the phone 7 days a week. And this is something that we've noticed that there was kind of a gap in this industry where people would, sometimes lack answering the phone because they're just too busy doing setups or just burning out from, being a one-man show. And then so we also have a shop manager that handles everything in terms of, like setting up, but also, loading up the trailers, like getting things ready, understanding, looking at every quotes and making sure everything is good. So from, is the setup on pavement? Are they going to require sandbags? Are going to need a generator because it's in the park? Just all these little details are always looked after. And it's just, again, it's not a one-man show. So we don't burn out halfway into the season thinking, oh, we can get more, but like my back just can't do it. I did this, 8 years ago. And that's when I decided, this is not something that's suitable for me. I can't just do everything all by myself. I need people in this company to help us grow this company to, levels I never thought we would get to, right? And then, not only do we have people answering the phone and then looking over quotes, make sure everything is good, but we also have a team of cleaners. They clean all of our units after every rentals. They do it, we have a 20-acre property, right? So we've got lots of room there. We just set up all the inflatables. We do cleaning days during the week. And then we have over 25 employees that drives around the city on, every week. So if someone doesn't show up, usually we're able to get backups, right? So again, if I'm sick, that's fine because we have a lot of other people that can just come and do the work for us, right? So we never cancel on people. We never show up late. This is something that is very important in this industry. Mm-hmm. And people want to make sure that if they book for 10 a.m., the units are ready to go for 10 a.m. and not for 10:30, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. And that, really gives the customer, the person who is booking the event, some peace of mind.
That's right.
That, the event's going to go off well and you guys are going to show up and do what you said you were going to do.
Exactly.
I think one thing that you should talk about is you have to have a lot of passion for this industry to stay excited about it. Like, every time that I see you, you're very excited about what's going on with the Big Bounce Theory and the different events that you've got going on, as well as the different things you have available. So talk a little bit about your passion for the industry.
Yeah, so since I'm a very young kid, I always had a passion for inflatables. So for me to have this type of company today and really having a career in this is a dream come true for me. I've always liked inflatables. I don't know why and what it is, but I don't know. I just always like to see them, getting inflated. And even nowadays we still have a full team of people doing deliveries. But sometimes I'll tell my manager, I was like, put me on a team. I want to go do some setups. I just love it, right? It's just that's why I started this, because I love it. So I don't want to lose this little spark that I have and thinking, we're too big. I don't want to go to events. No, I love going to events. And this is, like you said, people can see this in me when I talk about inflatables, when I talk to customers about their events and stuff, right? It's a true passion of mine. And I don't think I'll ever lose this passion. I have a vision that some people just don't know how far I can go. But I know where I'm going and I know how big this is going to be. And, we've got lots of people around me that believe in this vision. And it's awesome. It's just the beginning. So.
Yeah, and the other thing is, attracting the right people to the Big Bounce Theory who have that same passion.
That's right.
For bringing the fun.
It's important to have the right pieces of the puzzle in place, right? So we've had some people that we thought were a good piece of the puzzle, but it turned out, it didn't work for X amount of reasons. And as of today, we have a few pieces of the puzzle that we were able to figure out this year specifically, whether it's from the sales team to the management. And, it's a game changer, right? Like having the right people in place for your company is going to change your business in ways you could never imagine.
Yeah, that's huge. So let's talk about the inventory that you have, as well as the other specialty rentals that you offer at the Big Bounce Theory that's different than almost everybody else.
Yeah, so obviously we have the largest inventory in Edmonton, and it keeps growing every day. Like we're actually expecting, I think it's 4 units right now by the end of the week here. Yeah, so we have over 120 inflatables in Edmonton here, and then we also have some mini golf, which is actually very popular right now. We actually have this every Friday right now at Churchill Square here in downtown Edmonton, every Friday afternoon. So you can come and play on our courses, the premium courses, which is it's awesome. People really love them. And then we also have the Mobile Ninja Warrior, which is the only one in Canada. So, Edmonton people are really lucky to have this here. It's been a blast for people. It's been really good to us. And then we also have the trackless train, which is something new for this year. Mm-hmm. And this is super popular right now for community event, churches and stuff like that. It's been a really, really good year for us. We're really excited with what we've brought over the years. But yeah, that train is, I've said in some other videos that, that's a dream come true for me. As I talk about my passion, right? I've been eyeing this train for probably 8 years now. And then to be able to have it in my warehouse now and then actually use it and drive it for kids, it's just been a dream come true.
Amazing. That's great. And not to mention the face painting and airbrush tattoos.
That's right.
And other things like that. Maybe explain a little bit as to why you wanted to include that as a service offering for the Big Bounce Theory.
Yeah, so I've always had in mind to be an all-in-one place to shop for all your party requirement. So we actually introduced the face painting, balloon to a singular tattoo, and now airbrush tattoo. But that started about 6 or 7 years ago, and then we have a professional trainer that comes in house twice a year and train all of our people in house. So all those people that goes to your event, they're actually trained by the Big Bounce Theory for you guys, for our customers. And then, yeah, it's the reason why we brought this is because there's so much demand and people don't want to shop at 5 different places for the event. It gets confusing for them, and we understand that. And this is why we started this.
That's great. One other thing I want to talk about is your mini golf that you rent out at the Big Bounce Theory. Side note, you also own a company that builds these mini golf
That's right.
courses.
Yes.
Maybe tell the people a little bit about that and why you wanted to get into that.
Okay. Well, so I started it's a company called Illumi Games. We manufacture portable mini golf courses in aluminum specifically, because we saw that in this industry there was a gap in a really good quality mini golf course that isn't a wooden course. But not just the structure of it, but also what you play on. So the obstacles that are on it, we just found them boring. Like you go to West Edmonton Mall, and I apologize, West Edmonton Mall here, but the mini golf courses that are there are boring. Like there's no obstacles on it. It's just a big flat surface of carpet and maybe a rock here once in a while, right? And that's just not true mini golf, So we wanted to revolutionize this side of mini golf by adding, some really, really fun obstacles on them. And so that's what we did. So we started this about, it was in 2024, so about 2 years ago now. And then we developed 18 different obstacles that go on the courses, and they're movable, so you can interchange them from course to course. And then, it's been really, really good for people. People have been enjoying those obstacles. And then, those have been developed in-house with me and my parents. They're part of this business with me. And then, so it's been good. And the fun thing about Illumi Game and the Big Bounce Theory is because I can prototype those obstacles and send them out to events and see how people react with them, how they like it, how hard it is, or is it too easy, whatnot. And then after that, we can bring this to a worldwide scale. So it really starts in Edmonton for the world to discover Illum Games courses. So, you know, when you go to an event, you may be the very first one to try one of the obstacles that eventually will be in Germany, and it'll be in Hong Kong, it'll be in Paris. So, you know, this is something to be proud of. So
Amazing. So there you have it, guys. We've got Yanick with the Big Bounce Theory, and those are just some of the reasons why people choose them for their events, because they very passionate about what they do. They're very excited. It's not just a side hustle. This is their full-time gig.
That's right.
And they're doing everything they can to make it more exciting and more fun every single year. What plans do you have for 2027?
2027. Well, I don't know if I want to talk about it, but you know what? Whatever. I'll just say it. So we are expanding to Calgary in 2027. We're in the works, very deep into the work here to expand there. So this is going to be our 10th-year anniversary. So this is about to be very big and very interesting as well. This is our first expansion ever. So you know, this is going to be big for us. We're really excited for this. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of our customers for, you know, all the support you guys have given us through the years. This means a lot. And, you know, we couldn't be where we are today without all of you guys and your trust in the Big Bounce Theory.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you like this, like, subscribe, and call the Big Bounce Theory for any of your inflatable desires. Talk to you the next time.